For the end of the world spell.
Go on, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yay, Tayto's still getting all the blame.
Evil.
Holy crap, this map's a lot bigger than I realized.
Yeah, that's why they have 10 feet every square. I will give them this. The maps in this module are pretty impressive, size-wise at least. I'd be a little more impressed if they made the encounters, kind of challenge. So be aware that if you travel that way, I will have whatever's over there attack you. And I don't think you want that.
Titus.
My last-minute questions before we begin in a minute.
Yeah, can Zim mute his music?
I don't know, is he physically capable of dragging his mouse over and pushing the correct button? Now the query of if he will suppress his music is a different thing entirely.
Give me a few seconds. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast, guys.
Well, at least he ain't running slow.
Well, there's that. He could also be running in place, which would be, if anything, worse, both for the speed with which he would return to us and any possible consequences during the act itself.
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all so much for coming on by. Remember to check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got merchandise for this group as well as our other groups, and Lots of other stuff available on there. We also have links for our Discord, Telegram channel, Twitter, all those good things. So do check them all out and support the channel however you can, please. And always remember, sharing is caring. I'll turn it over to Mahal now.
Hello everyone, I am Arlenia. I will be the Dungeon Master today. Last week, the Furry group proceeded further into the area of Underdark that they have been directed to. They managed to defeat a group of odd Minotaur, led by the oversized Zegdar, camped quite carelessly within his own cave of residence, despite the smell, and eventually made their way down to find a group of cultists in the act of sacrificing their friend, questionably, the scholar whom they originally hired to attempt to translate the primordial spewing from within the Orb of Water, whom they will soon learn is named Zogzi the Shah. Having rescued him, with only one cultist escaping, we will continue. Any questions from you before I begin?
Yeah, did the cultist fully escape, or is he still mid-escape?
He turned into a puff of ethereal air and whisked himself away along the ceiling.
Is there any way to track him at all?
From where you are now, not really. From further in, maybe. As a reminder, the cavern you're in right now is enormous. It has been roughly hewn from the rock insofar as the floor has been smoothed slightly, but the majority of it is a natural cave edifice. The pools around the outside are a mixture of tepid water and a bubbling spring of natural oil. It is presently burning and on fire. It dimly illuminates the entire chamber. The ziggurat in the center is covered in drying streams of blood. At the top is a stone, we'll call it an obelisk, upon which Zoxy Thishar was tied prior to his impending sacrifice. Nim, I believe you still have a dagger sticking out of your side.
I believe I still can't actually get it up myself.
I'm just putting that out there for the room. There is a chunk of steel, very sharp, very pointy, possibly infectious, sticking out of the side of your soul paladin.
Nim is not
Would it
pleased.
actually be a good idea to remove it now, or should we wait until we get some more medical expertise?
I don't know, Tayto, how did it go with spontaneous medical expertise last time?
Lost my leg.
No.
Crickets
Maybe
walks
goes-
over, looks at the dagger, tugs it this way and that briefly, and then yanks it out, placing a bandage over the spot to stem the flow of blood that follows.
There you go. I think you'll be fine now.
Yeah,
Here is
because
a
I was
lollipop.
going to
Come
say
back
that
to me in a week and I will check on how you are doing.
removing it might cause...
Wait a second, I got a herbal kit. Let's see if I can put together a anti-infectious poultice to help out with the healing as well.
I would assume you made that as part of the same medicine check. So
Okay.
you have some. They're not quite antibiotics, but they are naturally occurring such that you have applied as a poultice to the wound. You just need to tell your doggy friend not to lick, chew, or take it off.
Precisely. Please do not lick or chew. I do not want to have to put a cone on you. So, let it heal. You'll be fine.
But it
Putting this out there,
itches!
I would say it would be a moderate influence if somebody wants to make the cone appear.
It'll be hysterical to have a cone on you.
But then I can't fight.
I mean, you can't fight if you're dead either.
That is a very true
It
statement.
itches.
As an additional reminder, and as you hear the squirming, thumping sounds from behind the altar, your scholar cat friend is still tied up.
Untie
Oh.
the scholar friend.
I'll go ahead and untie it.
I'll help out.
Okay, he is not overly worse for his experience. There are some bruises, and the ropes that bound him were especially tight and abrasive. No real hit point damage, but he doesn't look terribly pleased, and it looks like he has not eaten in a couple of days.
I'll give him like 2 of my rations. My good rations too.
Your jarred fish.
Yeah.
Okay, please note the absence there written off of your sheet.
Yep. Done. Honestly, I thought you were gonna get drowned to death by that guy with the
Zoxy, I don't know his name. How have you gone this long without asking him his name? Is engrossed in the food, and mumbles something around a mouthful of fish.
It's all good.
Well, the freed captive eats. Is anybody else going to do anything else?
Nim is going to contemplate at the itchy poultice, but manages not to.
Okay, if you would like, you can give me a will save.
No, he understands that he shouldn't.
It's
I'm
itching 'cause it's
saying,
healing.
if you'd like, you could give me a will save.
What?
Have we already searched the cultists in the area?
You have not. We ended immediately after the combat.
I'm
Then
not afraid to.
I will start poking around and investigating the area.
I'll also join in the investigation. Every nook and cranny must be covered.
That one cultist went ahead to warn the others.
Okay, they don't actually have too much on them. There are a couple of javelins, those same shark-tooth long swords that you've been accustomed to finding. A few standard long swords. Each of them is wearing a robe. I believe you mentioned previously wanting to find some disguises.
Well, these would make for some good ones.
But notably, they don't have too much else on them just now. It's as though they left most of their possessions behind for whatever they were about to do. Each of them looks to have been freshly scrubbed and are wearing just the simple robes and some undergarments.
What color are the robes?
There are 4 different colors with 2 different types. You have 2 standard robes that are trimmed in a bluish green, more green than blue, being a greenish turquoise, and 1 ornate robe in the same color. 2 that are trimmed in a tannish brown. Of the normal or plain variety, 1 ornate. 2 very sorry looking robes trimmed in a sea blue, and 1 ornate. I'm sorry, you don't have the ornate green robe because he got away. and one normal-looking robe trimmed in a fiery red, one ornate.
How bad is the staining?
Varies by person. There is notable tearing and bloodstains on each. It would require some maintenance to make them look presentable.
Does anybody know a good dry cleaner?
I know one.
I was just thinking that if we wanted to, perhaps if we were exploring and there was a few of us in these robes, maybe they would not be able to detect us. However, they're on a bit wet, and these stains, these are definitely going to be leaving stains.
Of note, the primary color for each robe is black, so the bloodstains aren't too obvious.
Given they were about to, kill him, I don't think a little blood would be too bad on some of these. Just make sure there's no obvious holes.
I'm just picturing the cultists returning back to their barracks like, oh man, Pete, that last one, he was a real squirter, eh? You look at it, it's all over my robes, everything,
Okay, why are they
Shaking the head.
Canadian?
I don't know, eh?
Don't ask!
I just figure, don't you know that you go in, you think you're gonna do a nice easy cut. The guy's gonna, be sacrificed. His spirit's gonna go power the elder Lord God or whatever, And then don't you know he just starts. He leans his head back at the wrong time. Everybody's covered in blood. It's just it's just a bad day when that happens.
And it should be noted that by and far, not all of the blood on these robes is theirs. A lot of it belongs to the same people, now absent as the sticky, drying mess at your feet. Anybody who is curious about that could give me a quick perception or investigation check. Or actually, Crickets, with your previous role, if you were going to investigate, you would notice that the trails of blood do lead to that burning pool to the west, and there might be some bobbing shapes within.
Well, it looks like yeah, oh, there they are. Look, you can see the bodies in the flame over there. The smell is not the most pleasant, but I now know how they got rid of them. I pointed it out to the group.
Did anyone want to investigate the altar specifically? I don't remember hearing it, but... If I missed anyone, let me know.
Nim will investigate.
Is an insight check appropriate, or was this more of a religious check?
This is a perception or investigation.
I already did an investigation on the area. I don't know.
Nim, you examine the obelisk, the altar, whatever you want to call it. It appears to be a sort of greyish-black stone, quite different from the ziggurat around it. Along its the surface on the top are strange little indents, as though they were fitted to hold something. 4 of them, 2 particularly long, 1 not quite as long, and 1 very short. Additionally, you see a symbol, not only carved into the side of the obelisk, but actually colored in some way. It doesn't look like they're gems, it doesn't look like they're painted. Something has tinted the stone, however.
You know, that's really not a very good color for this particular aesthetic here in this cave. They really should have gone with more of a nice charcoal, or perhaps a little, you know, we're just gonna have to tear this all down and rebuild it with a better color. Perhaps a little accent area over here. We could have a breakfast nook right there.
I don't think the cultists care about breakfast nook.
I wholly agree with you, Zim. In fact, or Nim, there's quite the feng shui in this area is quite terrible. Quite terrible.
I don't think
so much modification to the natural flow of energy of this room. It's very sad.
Why would they care about it?
And then all the stalactites fall and crush us.
Well, feng shui is very important when you're doing summoning rituals. You want to make sure that you have your lines correct, you have your protection wards down, and when you end up summoning the ethereal spirit of fire, flame, and destruction, that it is properly contained, so it does not overwhelm you immediately.
That's not feng shui, though. That's calculations and measurement.
Which is feng shui, by the way. It's all about how things align to each other.
You're gonna have to convince a soldier that is feng shui.
Anyway, you have some rope that you found. You have mundane weapons, and you have the altar. You also have a cat.
He's a good kitty.
Well, he was
That you
doing your
tried to
job
kill.
for you. I believe he was protecting something of ours. And almost got killed for it.
Lim, you can't quite get a good angle on the indentations on top of the altar, by the way. Do you point them out to anybody?
I'll point them out to Azeroth.
Azeroth, if you want to give me either a perception or investigation check. Anyone wishing to investigate the symbols can give me a Arcana.
I'll go.
I'd like to investigate our cat scholar here for wounds. Like, I know you said bruises, but hey, who knows? He could have been poisoned somehow.
That was a fair estimate. Azeroth, you examine the indentations in the top and you realize you know exactly what they're for. You eat, breathe, and live this stuff. They're made to hold weapons. In fact, you can identify the longest one. It would perfectly fit the oversized trident you saw in the hands of Gar Shatterkeel.
Oh, guys, I noticed something quite interesting about this formation right here, and I'll point it out. You remember that trident we saw from, oh god, that name, whatever that guy was with the trident?
The one with the huge claw?
Yeah, I think his weapon fits here. Looks like a perfect outline too, man. I would know, it was almost held against my face.
Nim, you in particular note that this altar is old. Everything that was done to it, the ziggurat beneath it, aside from the recent rivulets of blood, is centuries old. So whatever that indentation was made for, whatever purpose the weapons that were held there serve, they are at least centuries old. Crickets, as you examine the 5-part symbol that is carved into the side of this altar, do you vaguely recognize them? A couple of them you've seen. The one on the right, the X with the bar along the bottom, that was carved into the walls of Zoxy's home. The one next to it was branded into the chests of the Minotaur you fought.
By the way, you may have to repost it for my cigar. Close.
I mean, I have as well, but I can drink it.
Well, it looks like the the symbol on the far right, that was in Xerxes' home. The red one at the bottom, that was the Minotaurs, and so they exploded into fire. So I believe these are runes and glyphs of elemental persuasion. Perhaps if you insert the weapons as Azeroth was talking about in the proper order, something could happen. To me, I think the order might actually be perhaps the power of earth, followed by fire, then air represented by the wind rune, and then water, and then in the center you place the hearts. And that's how you summon whatever this altar is used for.
Wait a second, is this based off the Fifth Element play?
I was going
I
Captain.
don't know.
I was going Captain Planet, but
I know
whatever.
where you were going with it, and I ignored it. I sidestepped it hardcore. Early
Would it be beneficial to destroy, desecrate, or sabotage this altar?
Give me either an Arcana or Religion check on that. Crickets, to finish off your knowledge, all of these, except for that middle one,
Tayto's
they
asking.
feel like they're related to the elements, as you said, but they seem wrong. It's like they're a perversion of the natural forces they would otherwise represent. And finally, Tayto, as far as your medicine check goes, exactly as I said. He's weak from starvation, not starvation, hunger, a bit of dehydration, and whatever beatings they've given him. Also quite stiff from being tied up, sores on his wrists and ankles from the ropes. But he is thankfully free of daggers in his chest or slashes across his throat, so hey, what's that?
Yay! So, Azeroth, what do you think? What should we do with this altar?
Well, considering they were going to let him bleed into it, I can only assume that it's not for anything, how should I put it, good?
Okay.
We can assume they
It's not for
definitely say that
anything
the,
feng shui.
I would definitely say that the elemental forces that this represents are definitely perversions, or perhaps just even more proper to say outright evil versions of the elements.
Okay.
Taken from
blood
their
is not a-
natural state,
blood is
from their
not a-
natural state, and pushed into a way that will force them to be what they are not. I would say I would vote for purifying this and
Blood is
bringing the
never a
elements to
bad
their
thing,
natural
guys.
balance.
Blood is not a bad thing, but, I mean, if you're bloodletting just to summon something, that's usually when it's not that good for you, in general.
Okay. And
Sometimes it's a difference of opinion. I mean, they have a difference of opinion. They think bloodletting's perfectly fine, but they are also psychopaths. So there you go.
okay, how do we neutralize, purify, destroy, or sabotage this thing?
I mean, attack it with your great hammer until it cracks.
I don't have a hammer, you do.
Yeah, I know. Sucks to be you right now, doesn't it?
Nope.
Why would it suck for us? This means
Do you
we
not
don't
know the
have
joys
to do
of
the
swinging
work.
a... You guys do not understand the joys of swinging a weapon repeatedly, do you? Yep, you use them all the time. I don't understand.
Okay, then you go absolutely enjoy doing all the work to destroy this.
Well, first we gotta see if it works.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Well, I'm going to swing. Let's say small hammer, big hammer, small hammer, big hammer.
Illustrious
such a-
champion returns.
Oh
Welcome
no,
home.
something. Someone did a thing.
Yes, we got
I'm gonna use-
raided and Turlix resubscribed.
Oh no.
Combat Bunny, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, everybody. I am Razim, and this is Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons.
Azeroth, if you are going to swing your hammer at the big stone block, please do so.
Yeah, but I can't decide which hammer to use. Gosh, should I use the small hammer or the big hammer? I mean, the small one is a lot stronger than the big one, but the big one, just for show. God.
Think about a sledgehammer.
Yeah, you're right. A smaller head usually means more damage. Go for that one. Should I do it in the tower or on the board? Sorry.
On the board. Attacks are on the board, saves and skill checks are in the tower.
Woo!
You hit. Give me a constitution saving throw.
Gosh,
In the tower.
darn it. In an hour?
In the tower.
Oh, okay. Right. About to say.
In an hour, you will be back from the plane this sent you to.
There you go.
Nope. You take 18 points of psychic damage as a shockwave reverberates from the altar, striking you in the chest.
I guess that's a protective ward.
But go ahead and roll for damage with the hammer. You chose the dwarven throwing hammer, right?
Height. Boop. Wait, did that do anything? Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Doesn't seem to have done much of anything to it.
Let me attempt something. And Crickets will go up to the altar.
Price.
And first, he'll start off by summoning up, using his monk ability, control elements. Which, give me a minute, I can look up the actual event, what it's called.
BT dubs, I'm gonna sit on my ass and heal. Cry.
Using elemental attunement.
Oh, wait, I don't have
He'll
right.
first start off by summoning pure water in which to wash the blood off of the altar.
Okay.
From there, he'll go through and grace the altar with untainted versions of each of the elements that he summons forth using his monk's elemental attunement. And then finally, he'll try to give it a hug, and hopefully it'll feel better, to help purify the evil within with the power of love.
Do you have any damage rolls for the other elements?
No, it's just, so all it is he can summon up. He can make a little ball of flame. He can make air. He can make water. He can summon like earth to cover the top of it. So it's nothing crazy or anything like that. The only really crazy ability he's got is that Fist of Unbroken Air.
Hold on. Literally, you're doing earth, fire, air, water, and heart.
Yes.
You're trying to summon Captain Planet.
Oh my god, that's the first reference for that, didn't you?
As you wash the altar clean with the water, it takes a couple of tries because there's quite a bit caked onto there, and this was not a one-day ritual. Nothing particular seems to happen. You brush it with a little bit of fire, caress it with a bit of earth, and gently blow it dry with a faint wisp of air. Then you reach out and give it a nice friendly hug. Correct?
That is correct.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to go ahead and add a luck on this one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll twice. Take the better.
Is that in the tower, or is that out in
Yes,
the open?
I will give you the better of the two.
Here's to new
You rolled twice,
beginnings.
but I can extrapolate, and it's a good thing you took the luck. Your blessing has expired, by the way. I'll take that off in a second. You almost feel
Alright.
a shock of energy run through you, much as hit Azeroth, but you jerk away and manage to weather it without taking any damage. It feels like you should have a headache, but it doesn't hurt. You do, however, with your monastic senses, know in your heart, this is evil, unadulterated, unfocused, pure evil. And it's not sentient, but it is aware.
Okay. So I'll turn around and be like, well, my purification ritual has definitely failed. And I can say that this thing needs to be destroyed. It is from
You
the
think?
darkest pits of hell. And it knows we're here. Even though it doesn't know quite, I don't think it understands what we are, what it is, or anything like that, but it can definitely tell we're here.
What was your first hit? The shockwave that reverberated through me in such a way that it hurt?
Well, see, that could have just been a magical ward. It could have been a trap. That doesn't necessarily intend that it knows you're
Or the
here.
simple fact that they were draining people's blood to summon it.
Well, no, again, whatever they're trying to summon, I think has been stopped. Because again, we don't have I'm sure they were trying to summon some sort of evil elemental incarnation to rise up from the mountain and destroy the world. Or if they did succeed, it's no longer here. But the altar itself, that's the point I'm trying to say, is the altar itself is not so much of an intellect, but it definitely has an evil instinct to it.
At this kind of pacing and, most altars involved, I kind of assume it's already evil and somewhat alive. It seems just too... Whenever there's blood involved, that's all I can...
So what you're saying is we should pickaxe it until it doesn't exist anymore.
But every time we swing it with a pickaxe, it'll hurt us.
Correct. I'll let you hold the hammer this time.
Oh.
We should deal with it at range.
I don't think range would work.
I don't know. It
And
felt
I
like it
don't
blasted
think
me.
and short of bringing in a cannon, I don't think we can destroy it at range. He had some kind of
Azeroth.
explosive.
Mhm.
What if you just prayed to your god and asked him for assistance in destroying this vile shrine?
That sounds like a good idea. Or even Nim's god too.
Exactly.
I feel like this would take us something a bit time to prepare for that, especially if you say it's living. I mean, calling in a god to try to smite something.
We probably don't have the time anyway, as this place is going to be flooded by cultists.
Yeah.
About this time, your cat scholar friend finishes choking on his fish and clears his throat. He makes motions like gulping water, but he can't talk right now.
I guess I'll give him one of my potions. Question mark? Did that?
No, he wants
Or,
water. Actual water.
You could give him a water skin or a canteen.
I'll give him my water skin.
Hey, he's badly hurt and bruised. He needs to recover HP. Kill 2 birds
Again,
with 1 stone.
with your medical opinion, he hasn't actually lost any hit points. He's just battered.
Oh, okay.
He just happens to have a total of 6 hit points. He will take a few grateful gulps of water before pausing and then empty the skin. And he will look expectantly at all of you.
So what can you tell us about this altar?
Well, obviously you don't want to hit it.
Yes, tell us after the fact. Go on.
Obviously you don't want to hit it.
Do you know how we can otherwise sabotage or destroy?
If you were to bring a cleric of sufficient level, he might be able to consecrate it. I do not know what being it serves, but they are powerful.
Of level. What level do you recommend?
I would recommend at least a level 16 cleric.
Yep. Good
Not
luck
the
finding that
actual
game.
number he. No.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry about it. Someone higher than my class. Yep. That's not me, guys. Maybe you want the guy who's back. I don't know. I can list people, but I don't think they're really relevant to this moment right now. So, do you think we should move on out of this room before they guys probably come back?
Yeah.
Shall we head back where we came, or should we go to the east?
Forward to the
The
east.
scholar, by the way, is examining the symbols along the side.
Anything piquing your
As he
interest over
speaks.
there? Go ahead. Cool.
These are the symbols of the princes of elemental evil. I tried to warn you about them earlier.
So, Poe for short? Poe.
Poe. Poe.
Poe. Interesting.
Which is a paw out, not quite touching the symbol on the left, the blue one. This belongs to Yanzi Bin, Prince of Evil Air, the shadow of the four winds, the howling hatred. And moves his paw to the earthy one right of it. Ogremak, Prince of Evil Earth, Tyrant of the Black Earth, the Mountain of Doom. And then Imix, Prince of Evil Fire, the all-consuming fire, the eternal flame. And last, Olhydra, Princess of Evil Water, the crushing wave, the well of endless anguish.
Why would they even worship these? They sound terrible.
Why does
They-
anybody worship any evil god?
They are
Knowing that
not
some of
evil gods. They are princes of the elemental planes, forces, elementals of pure evil and corruption.
So, not gods, just evil
They are
elements?
not simple forces as most elements are. They seek only destruction. They do not wish to corrupt mortal kind. They do not wish to rule them. They want only to destroy the world in a wave of power.
So, whatever is technically alive right now in this thing is just pure evil for evil's sake.
I do not know. I have read that each of these, the princes of the elements, are powerful. Were they to be summoned into this realm and allowed to grow to their full strength, any one of them could destroy a city the size of Mulmaster. If all four were brought out at once, it would spell the end of the world.
And why do these people want to end the world exactly?
Why does anyone worship Ravagug or the other evil gods, as you yourself said? The reasons of mortal kind are fickle and many.
Well, the last time I was told about someone trying to do this, they were under the assumption that everyone but a certain few chosen, and they could reset the world and something of the lines of, New World Order, I guess. I don't know, it just gets weirder every other time.
No. The cultists of the elemental evil wish for only destruction.
I think it involves something like a gauntlet, too. I mean, whatever.
Uh-huh. He points at the fifth symbol above the others. What worries me most is this one. I do not know it.
Maybe it's like a symbol of their unification.
Feel free to give me a religion check on that.
Tayto's just making a guess. He doesn't know.
Oh, nice roll, actually.
Guesses are wild.
No, with that, Tayto, you're an agnostic, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Which means you study religions with an outsider's perspective. The symbology of what they are doing here clearly shows another creature, another power, something being placed over the four princes.
Ooh. Okay, and Tayto will point this out. He'd be like, okay, so this one is literally on top. So...
Unfortunately, that was me that rolled that.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say. I didn't roll it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crickets with your monastic knowledge. I didn't even look at the name. Ignore everything Tayto just said and pretend that crickets with
Tayto.
20 spent in the monasteries studying the deeper theologies.
Sorry, Tayto. Your moment was stolen from you.
It's fine, I don't care. I need to go anyway. Get the dog in here.
Where are you getting me? He left before he could appreciate that joke. Sad.
But yes, it appears that whatever that symbol is, and I'm not quite sure what it represents, but I think it is some sort of power they're wanting to have influence all of the elemental lords that you happen to mention. Maybe something to help control them, or some higher power to bring them to heel.
Explain why the cults are working together. From what I know, they never cooperate, but something is making them do so now. I do thank you for coming to rescue me. It almost makes up for you putting me in this position in the first place. But it is not over. Well, I was held by these cultists. They spoke freely. They did not realize I could speak primordial, but I heard what they were saying. They spoke of bringing the princes into the world, each one racing to be the first. Something they have found, something within this room, and I believe the orbs will allow them to do so.
Speaking of the orbs, we haven't not found all of them, have we?
No, you have seen the Orb of Water and lost it. And the other three you have only heard of.
No, we've seen the Orb of Fire.
No.
Correction, Shenzi saw the Orb of Fire through a scrying.
No. Oh, she saw what might have been the effect of the Orb of Fire, or perhaps something similar to it.
So it's still safe for us to assume that the orbs are in the elementals' hands, correct?
Yes.
In fact, Zale informed you that the Orb of Water was the last to be acquired.
We have no time to waste. Let's go, guys.
But where are we going?
What they said, they are still not ready for the summoning. Days, perhaps, before they can bring the princes in. I did overhear the high priest of the Howling Hatred, the Wind cultists, bragging that they would be the first.
I figure being wind cultists, they'd be more focused on speed over everyone else.
They claimed they had found secrets the others had not yet reached. They taunted them with it. But I also heard them saying amongst themselves that they had to hurry, that the crushing wave was sure to catch up now that they had found their orb.
So in other words, we gotta get going.
Yeah. What's your skill set? I actually don't think I've ever gotten your name.
No, you've never asked. I am Zoxy Thisha, and I am a scholar.
Do you have a nickname?
No.
I'm just gonna call
Everyone
you.
who knows me calls me by my name.
We shall call him Mao from here on out. Any objections?
Doxy.
I am not a fighter. I am not a combatant. But I cannot allow this to come to be. I am willing to help as I may.
Are you able to help people heal after fighting?
No.
Darn it.
In fact, the last time I tried to bandage someone, I accidentally choked them.
Ew.
How
That's
do
okay,
you
last time-
accidentally?
That's okay.
Sorry, segue, slight story. I once fumbled a heal save trying to save a cultist on a different campaign. The fact that it was also the cultist my character hated the least, we determined he was distracted and defaulted to see a cultist cut their throat. Anyway, continue, Tayto.
I was like, that's okay. I got bad medicine once. Cost me a leg. I got a new one though.
I got
Alright.
better.
Probably the least we talk of that, the better.
But no, Zarkazi will not be useful to you outside of his knowledge. He has 4 hit points at maximum, and his AC is 12, so do not bring him into combat.
The real question is, are you really good at hiding and staying away from fighting?
No, he's not.
Darn it, man. At least learn to hide. Babysitting him's gonna be hard. Okay.
Just moving around as he has, he's almost tripped over his robes twice, and you could hear him from a mile away.
Well, good thing there's not a lot of this place left for us to explore, at least.
I do not know exactly where they are housed or where they are performing the rituals, but it is somehow connected to this cavern.
If it's any consolation, there only seems like there's 2 areas we have yet to explore in this place. 3. Yeah, 3. So, this process of eliminations, it can't be too far. Especially if they were doing rituals here. I mean, you know, kind of want to be close to it.
The priest or cultist that ran away went towards the east. We should follow.
Yes, I have heard them mention that. From what I have heard them mention, it sounds as though the howling hatred and crushing wave come from somewhere to the south.
By the way,
The
Tayto,
Black Earth and Eternal Flame cultists always came from the north.
how many potions do you have left, Tayto?
Let me check. Two potions of healing, 1 of greater healing.
We should probably all drink our potions. I have technically 7 potions of healing, so...
So a word from your game master here. I have a time schedule for when things will be completed. You will need to balance getting or progressing quickly enough to stop as much as you can, against progressing too quickly and killing yourselves because you don't rest.
We've already took a long rest before entering here. We can't afford another long rest, I feel.
We can do
And-
a short one though.
I
But
feel
that'll
time-
also give the cultists time to prepare for us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's probably best if we chug a potion.
I will state this is going to be more of a marathon than a race. Additionally, you may wish to find someplace safe to camp. These caverns are your entryway into the 4 ritual sites, we will call them.
I'm
It will
guessing
be
it's
central to your explorations.
Assumably, then, we haven't really hit any other ritual sites yet, have we? Except for this one.
Yeah. But should we really rest here?
No.
Oh, I would not recommend, no. You can feel the evil in here.
Yeah, I know. I don't think anybody who can sense spiritual nature raise his hand would feel comfortable in this area.
I can smell it too.
I don't think. You know what? Never mind. We'll just leave it at that.
It smells like somebody who never gets out of their room and doesn't shower.
Oh, I'm sure it's especially bad for Nim. Divine senses and all.
But
I feel
you're a wolf. Don't you like smelly stuff?
Not this.
Part of me feels that was a skunk joke, or at least a jab at me, but I'll leave it at the slide. for now,
No.
Tayto. That's a Tayto.
Oh. But no, literally that's his whole, that's the thing of the paladin, is that they can smell evil and it reeks.
Oh, the sense tends to change with the paladin, but yes, you would likely be sent. So yes, in addition to smelling of blood, decay, and burning bodies and oil, and a stale dusty cavern, you detect the reek of some cold maliciousness within this room. Ooh, malevolence, better word.
I wish explosives were a thing. Set some explosive stuff into like the slots in this thing and this ziggurat and blow it up.
They are. We just don't have any.
I mean, they are in like siege engine form. But it's not like we have grenades.
Actually, we kind of do. Well, no, we do not, but they do exist.
In any event, you have a non-combatant with you. You have an undisclosed timetable to deal with. And you still have to find entrances and or track the fleeing priest. Get to it.
Yeah. Come on,
Or
guys.
actually, before you get to that, any final questions for Zoxzi Thisham?
Do you have any potions on you?
Everything I owned was taken or destroyed. Thank you.
Hey, you never know. I mean, I know some crafty scholars out there. I have to deal with some of them.
How light are you?
He would not burden you if you attempted to pick him up. Are you aware of how light halflings are? Well, he's even smaller and even lighter of frame.
Like I said, if it wasn't for him being a temperamented scholar, he'd probably be adorable. But let's move on. I say we all chug a potion and make our way. Especially since we're all pretty badly wounded, and I had to... Well, actually, don't I still have that spell? It's not the best healing spell, but yes.
If you are going to take a short rest, you can use your recovery die.
We can't take a short rest here in this evil area, though. Definitely not. Nope, nope, nope.
We could go back to the cave with the coffin in it. Oh, open it
That'll
up
be
and step
better.
inside.
I'll just say, let me drop a mass healing ward and upgrade it, and we can move on after that. How about that?
Fine.
That, and if needed, a potion. Excuse me. Sorry. That, and if needed, a potion.
We heard you.
I know, but I have at least my. Oh, whoops. Just for that, I'll drop that here so you know what I'm doing. Yada. I should be able to heal every one of you at least with the level 2 of this. So here you go, Cricket. Here you go, Nim. Here you go, Silva. Here you go, Elysian. Here you go, Tayto.
Yay!
And here we go for myself.
Even though honestly I didn't really need it.
You know what? Shut up
Well,
and take your
it's
heals.
everyone,
Take your heals and accept them. If you feel you need a potion, chug one. At least it'll be a little bit better than what's now. Know that I can only cast this one more time, so we're doing it after battle or not at all. Oh. And tactfully, I could probably do my regular heal at least powered up 3 more times. So save your boo-boos and ouchies for whatever. That being said, is everyone okay? We're ready to go now?
Yes,
chug
I
a
am ready
potion.
to go.
Well, final thing before you do leave, are you taking the cultist robes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Okay,
makes
who
sense.
is taking the cultist robes?
The people who probably can sneak and won't, and, lighter armor, because, I'm
Me.
pretty sure I'm going to clank whether or not I'm wearing it or not.
Okay, now I'm going to rephrase. You have, 6, 10 different robes? They each weigh 4 pounds. They're bulky.
I would still say our monk and our thief, and maybe Tayto. Unfortunately, the 4-legged ones cannot wear robes and speak.
You say
It would be funny to
unfortunately.
see, though.
I say
Okay. To
Never
verify
mind then.
further, I'm not talking about wearing them right now. I'm talking about who's carrying them so I can drag them to their ship.
Oh, my fault. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I will take one of the I guess the air robes, since I think that's who we're going to be looking for first.
if you need
And
me,
for the air, you have 2 mundane robes.
I'll carry the next set, or at least the one that is the heaviest stack of the one. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. And I lost it. Crap. How many earth robes do we have? There we go.
I'll just drag and drop here in a moment. So, Crickets, you want one of the air cultist robes, and the rest are going to be carried by Azeroth for now, correct?
Pack meal me, baby.
It sounds like a plan to me.
Zoxia, you can, I guess, hop up on my shoulders for now.
all right. So moving on.
I've distributed, so moving on.
Is he?
You leave
Is,
a pile of stripped corpses in your wake.
We can always drop
How
them in
about we put them in the flaming oil with the rest of the corpses?
That actually sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yes, I recommend we do this too. I'm gonna try to not leave a trace.
But the cultists will already know that we're here.
After all, we did clean that altar.
Yeah, they already know we're here. I'm thinking more avoiding potential undead problems.
Oh,
You're a valid point.
yeah, fair enough. Chuck some corpses. But then we'll be dealing with flaming skeleton.
If they can even get out of this.
Not true.
Now, as someone who has played a necromancer in the past, the flaming skeletons aren't the problem. It's the bloody ones you have to worry about. They recover HP and need holy water to kill.
I always disliked the skeletons and zombies that actually held adventuring equipment and kept their level.
No. Bloody, young ice dragon skeleton. Kicks ass.
Alright, does Zoxia hop up on Tayto or no?
If you're offering him a ride, yes, he will take it.
Yes.
He has a chokehold around your neck, though.
I would suggest Lysian takes point
Why me?
because you have more sneak than all of us, and you'd probably be able to detect someone around the corner and without getting caught, like most of us. Unless you want,
Fine.
unless you
I
want Silver or Nim to do it. I mean,
I'll do the sneaky sneak.
I'll sneak with him.
Besides,
All right, so we are going to move on after burning or putting the corpses into the fiery things of.
It takes you about 10 minutes to shift all of the corpses. Make sure they're all bubbling nicely in their new oily soup.
Yeah.
And then you are proceeding eastward, correct?
Can that count as a short rest or no?
Short rest takes an hour.
Oh, right.
Okay, this actually is not one of those tunnels that extends too far. You'll spend about 5 minutes walking.
Oh God. Ow.
What did you do?
I dropped it. But
Elysian and Cricket move on at the 4. And you are stealthy little bastards, let me tell you. So far as you can tell, nobody detects your approach. If you wish to yourselves watch out for possible ambush, I will need perception checks. As far as you can tell, looking down the corridor and doing the best you can with what lighting you have, there is nothing too dangerous up ahead.
I'll let you two choose which way we go.
And that is actually a good point. Crickets, I know you have dark vision. Elysian, I believe you need light.
I have low light vision.
Not going to be enough. If you're proceeding down these dark hallways, you will need a light source, because past that first bend, and for about 3 minutes more of walking, it's growing blacker and blacker. There is no light up ahead.
Oh, well. Walking around with a light would kind of give us away.
Oh, just going sneak through the darkness then.
I'll need you to make another roll, because
I
trying to
will,
stealth in
What I'll
without
do
being
is
able to see will impose disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yep, so go ahead and give me another roll. I'll take the worst. It's 2. Crickets, go ahead.
I'll put the Elysian's paw upon my shoulder as we walk through the darkness.
It will help, but he's still likely to stumble over the uneven ground. Elysian, you stumbled a few times, but you are light on your feet, so maybe nobody notices. Cricket, you're the only one who can see as you arrive into this chamber. It is largely empty, save in the middle is a towering statue that depicts some sort of amorphous body. It is a mass of writhing, thick tentacles that hunches over as though feeding upon something beneath it.
Okay.
As you approach, you notice that its head, if you can call it that, contains one enormous purple eye made of some sparkling jewel.
Don't we have a couple more?
And it's like pitch black in this room.
It's pitch black. You can see through dark vision, but
Okay, I'll turn around and go back to the rest of the group.
okay.
Tayto is making sure to walk very slowly with his cat friend in tow, not to, you know.
When we get to the group, I'll be like, okay, so here's the deal. Up ahead, it is pitch black. I mean, like, you will not be able to see.
Alright, I got torches.
I have
well-
gaslight.
Well, here's the thing. Is there is also a statue of some sort of ethereal beast feasting upon things. It has a gemstone eye. I am thinking that if we bring a light source into this room, perhaps it will trigger some sort of trap. I don't know if that is true or not, but I am not sure. I want to find out. There are a few exits, though. It looks like there was about 4 separate ways to go in and out of this chamber. I'll leave it up to you. I can lead you all one by one through the room, hopefully
Here's
avoiding
to
any issue with it.
beginnings.
Or we can just go in with the light source, and whatever happens, happens.
I don't think going through with a light source is the best idea. I mean, we're pretty strong, but I don't think we should rush through this one. Did you get a sense of any direction particular we should go in, or?
Probably south.
I think there's two doors to like the southeast. I have a feeling that if we take the 2 exits to the north, that we may end up back in some of the areas that we've been before. However, one of those areas we have rested in before, so if we feel like we need a respite, it will probably be a fairly safe place for us to rest.
That's good for after. We don't need to rest for now, I don't think, at least. We just got finished recovering. South it is then.
All right, let me scout 2 of those possible things. I will be back. Elysian, since you cannot see and we're going to avoid the light source, I may have to leave you here for this one.
It's best you don't go alone anywhere. You never know. Maybe Silver or Nim could follow you easily. I mean, they have better sense of smell.
Well, they don't have dark vision.
Well, I mean, you don't need dark vision if you're gonna sniff somebody's, follow their trace, you know?
You do need dark vision to sneak in darkness, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
to sneak
Like, you
in
need
darkness.
some sort of vision.
Yeah, that's the issue here. Is this room is pitch black, and I feel there's just something in me that tells me if we go by this thing with a with lights on.
Oh yeah,
that
with
it's
lights on,
probably
but do
going
we
to
need
trigger
to...
something.
The question is, do we need to sneak past it if we don't need lights to pass by it?
Yeah, that's why I said I could take you. I could ferry you one after the other. The issue is, even if I ferry, we can.
Oh,
ferry
I know,
you,
but the GM said sneaking past it. I'm like, so if it needs light to notice us, do we really need
We're
to sneak?
talking about sending either Nim or Silver with him when he wanted to scout a couple of other paths.
Oh, I
Question,
didn't know he was
right,
scouting.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking scouting. I'm thinking we're going south already, not him looking.
No. That's what I was talking about. The scouting ahead, just to make sure that how far can we go where it's pitch black, or do we immediately go into a room with cultists? My hope is that we can sneak up, see what's going around, and then I can come back with more information and know which way to go.
Still a bad idea to go alone, but oh well. I think you can get away with it. Don't have much of a choice.
Worst
I
case
would-
scenario is you die.
Or
Yeah,
get caught.
I'll
and we,
try.
While they're all discussing all of this and dragging bodies and stuff, can Nim have at least taken a short rest?
No. I'm sorry.
Nada.
Okay, Crickets, you are sneaking into the darkened room once more. Are you staying only there or proceeding further?
I'm going to see what is in this little, looks like a cave or exit.
It's
Attempting
another
to move
tunnel.
through it.
Looks like it extends perhaps a quarter of a mile or so. Well, I mean, you can see 60 feet with your dark vision, but it looks like it
Right.
travels for a bit. I will allow a quick perception check to try to determine more. But can't quite get a sense with that of what might be down there. The other, again, looks like it travels for a ways. That one to the east, however, slopes downwards.
Okay.
How's
Okay, as best as I can tell, I'll come back to the group. The best I can tell is that the one to the south is going to stay upon this level, so it might be if I'll look over to the scholar. Maybe like if I remember right, I think you said that there were some other cultists on this area where things might be happening, but that is the ultimate endpoint of the summoning. So if we want to explore this level more, we can. If not, the other exit goes down. Which would you all prefer?
We could
Exploring.
travel in a chain.
I do, to some extent, maybe. I mean, I had the feel that the one that stayed on this level goes quite a distance to get to whatever this next area is. I feel if we go a certain way, that a certain distance down there, that we can definitely light torches after that, because it stays pitch black from what I could tell. But just once we get out to the eye line of the statue, I think we could light torches.
Okay.
I just would one. I'd prefer one at a to do one at a time for a little more safety reasons, instead of having somebody accidentally wander off. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that
If
makes
every-
sense.
If everyone's fine with that, that's what I'll do. Essentially, is I'll just hold on to the other person as we move through the room, and prevent any kind of, again, no light until we get far enough down the corridor that I feel like it's not going to alert whatever that statue is. I don't know why that bejeweled eye is bothering me, but it is.
Tayto will ask Zoxia, how good's your vision?
Zoxy has low light vision, but not dark. Also, he wears spectacles because he's a scholar, but he lost them when they kidnapped him, so right now he's not so good.
Oh, by the way, what did the orb say?
That's actually a good question. What did it say?
And it's a very good question, but you should not ask good questions just after I take a bite of food. I do not understand what it said entirely. They were instructions. Ritualistic instructions of some kind, but I did not want to listen. I could not understand.
I don't blame you, that thing gave me a headache.
There was a compulsion attached to it. Something that would, I believe, twist any mind that held it for too long. But if you make your way one by one through that room, nothing of note will happen so far as you can tell.
Oh, very good.
Nim, you do have scent, which does not rely on sight. If you wish to give me an investigation check, you may, to attempt to follow the trail of the Wind Priest.
I do get advantage on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I'm useful, guys!
You're more than just a murderer.
Usually tracking is survival, though.
Did I say perception? I meant survival.
You said investigation, but yeah.
Make a survival check.
There you go.
You can't quite tell exactly where he went. The scent trail is oddly diffused, and there's a lot of dust in the area that's clogging up your nose. But you do know that he definitely came through here.
I forgot about a feat I picked up. I'll have to remember that. Anyways, I'll pass that along to the rest of the group.
Okay, do you proceed down the southern passage?
I thought that was the idea.
Yes.
Confirming. At what point do you light torches?
I would say once we get out to the eye line of the or not the eye line, but once we get far enough into the hallway that the torches won't take
After
so
it
maybe
bends and direct light would not
150 or
reach it,
200 yards,
essentially.
something like that.
So basically after the first bend.
Yes.
Okay. Eventually the tunnel opens out into an area that has an odd dim blue illumination to it.
Is it from
It's not
Hi-Fi?
quite strong. And it's not quite weak. It simply dimly illuminates the entire area. As you enter, and Nim, you and Silver especially, also I believe Azeroth has sent, smell blood and death. Debris that is recognizably from battles, and seems to be rather recent, has been scattered throughout the chamber, and dozens of dead figures lie amidst a handful of larger corpses, such as bugbears and ogre.
What seems to cause the light? Is it mushrooms or is it crystals? What?
You have not entered far enough to know yet.
Okay.
Do I need to make reference of how bad it smells? Of blood and war?
Given your religious affiliations, I think you'd like that smell.
Hey, bad, reeking. Sometimes it's a positive. It's a negative. You decide.
Starting to think those corpses might have been the residents of this cavern before the cultists came. Are we going in? Or
No, I don't know. Are you going in?
Nim would be shying away from it because from what you said, it sounds like it's pretty almost overwhelming.
I don't know that I'd go so far as overwhelming, any more than any other place with a few dozen dead bodies in it would be. but it's definitely a strong smell.
All right. Then he'll probably be hesitant, but go.
Okay, Cricket, if you are preceding the others into the room,
I said I would scout.
you, as you grow closer, realize that the robes on the dead humans, well, humanoids, match those of the earth and water cultists.
So, okay.
Additionally, you notice that a lot of the bodies, or some of the bodies, appear to have been here longer than others. Some are in full decomposition, as if they've been here weeks, maybe a month or more. Others look like they could have died yesterday. That said,
I will
guess
risk zombie attack and look back to the rest of the group and just be like, it looks like there was. I don't think these are sacrifices. I think this might be the result of a raid, where the cultists maybe fought the other demi-humans that are in here, the other corpses.
As you turn to go back to the others, a sudden rush of air stirs behind you, and with a clanking sound, what appears to be a whirlwind encased in armor and swinging a mighty flail charges at you.
I finally had the challenge of breaking wind.
Oh. I'm not too sure how I should feel about that comment.
Me either.
You,
So I'm
if you
just not
wanted
going
some
to.
experience in that, just ask Azeroth for help.
Again, I was the one that
Okay.
said that.
Do you want us to all roll initiatives now?
Yes, I was going to say, give me some initiative rolls. And Crickets, I'm sorry, but that blessing has ended.
Also, I shall nag you for the next 40 minutes after combat the difference between farting and spraying.
There's a difference.
Oh, you have no idea.
Which one smells worse? Actually, don't
Spraying.
answer that. I don't want to know.
Actually, Tayto answered right. Of course, the
Oh.
traveled adventurer would know.
Okay.
Wait, where's my initiative at? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the thing that I suck at rolling.
The smell sticks on you for days,
Yeah.
weeks, even if you don't do it.
I called that, just so you know. But,
Well, to begin, it is the elemental's turn. Cricket, since you're in the room, I will allow you to act after it. But for now, it gets the first attack.
you have to
And
charge.
hits. But it only gets the one. For now, I will do the same for you. Go ahead and take 1 round, or you may attack once, no flurry.
I
You
have a
just
feeling
missed.
that missed.
Or rather, no, you missed. Alright. New round. I will say that the rest of you are probably there along the edge of the room. So quickly array yourselves as you would have been behind Crickets. And keep in mind, each of these squares is 10 feet.
All right. Well, I guess while the rest of you are ranging yourselves, Silver will go.
Ranging? Question mark?
The DM said to arrange ourselves however we would be following in after Cricket.
Well, then I'm technically second to last. Elysian, how far in would you be?
And
Zox
remember,
first.
Tayto, you are carrying Zoxy.
You may want to.
Yeah, Zoxy, stay right here. If you would,
And you
please.
do need to be at least equal with Azeroth. Otherwise, you're not in the room.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not in the room yet. I'm going to stay back, though.
Okay, that
Like-
did miss, by the way, Silver.
It what?
That
Missed.
Silver did miss.
Oh. Well, okay.
Zoxia is going to stay within line of sight of Tayto, at least.
Also, Elysian. Why do you have a
Elysian
Q on the end of your name?
Elysian Qua.
Actually, that would be pronounced Elysian.
No, it's
I don't
definitely Qua.
There we go. Okay, it's fixed. Happy?
Yes. Maybe.
It was bothering me just a little bit.
Fine.
I'm going to have you say your name before you take each action, and if you mispronounce it, you lose it.
I created the name. I can call him whatever I please. Now his name is Elysian.
His name is El Lesbian? What?
If you wish to change your name, you must make a registration at the City Hall next time you're in your place of birth. Or your current designated residence, which you could technically claim would be the Great Glacier. But no, that misses.
Damn it. Where did the combat trigger? Oh, there it is.
Okay, your turn.
All right, I will attempt to strike this beast 3 times. Wacha!
You miss.
And not this time, I hope.
Okay, that one hit. First blood on the air element.
Boom!
Okay, Pride goeth before. Give us, I believe that'd be a slashing crit.
That is correct.
Just when I think I'm safe to go grab a drink from the fridge.
Crits, crits, crits.
Oh,
You should know better. There's only like 3 people that always crit whenever they do.
I've got to just start stepping away more often because literally every time I step away is when there's a crit. Alright, calf slash. Quadruple damage.
Alright, team. Quadruple the number of dice and roll the damage on the air elemental.
Wacha!
Solid blow. Tayto, you will require at least a move action to set down Zoxzy Thishal.
That's fine. I'm gonna put him over here, though. And then I'll go back.
No, he will be back over here, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, that works too. Tayto will unsheath his long bow and take it. He's got an extra arrow in his in the bow hand too for that second.
Okay, you hit on the second.
Max damage, cool.
I'm gonna say he's gonna go after Cricket still. You're the one who came in. He swings his flail at you, our monastic cat friend, and misses. Fortunately, he gets 2 attacks.
No!
That'll hit. Let's see. Let me double check one thing on the wording for this. So you are going to take the bludgeoning damage, and as the head of the flail connects with you, a shock of electricity rolls through you. Except it's not working properly on that. 1 sec. Or a couple, as it fights me on it. You take an extra 22 points of electricity damage, and I am forcing you to make a Constitution saving throw, which you fail.
Yeah, it's I believe with the
I guess I have to
with 22 points. So have you already applied the extra damage?
No, I will do so momentarily. You are stunned until the end of the Myrmidon's next turn.
Well, with 22 extra damage, Cricket should be down.
You're actually right, that is exactly enough to take you. So the stun doesn't matter, Cricket's falls. Nim.
Well, Nim is going to run up and you know what, he can take a hit. Let's see. He will do that. With a bite.
I was going to say, you lovingly nibble upon a Cricket's ear, restoring 8 health.
It's not much, but it's what he can do.
Zoxy crouches in the shadows, trying to make himself look as small as he possibly can.
Yay. It's my turn to join the fray. And this place is still huge, isn't it?
Still 10 feet for every square.
It's gonna take a while before I can get any closer than what? Yeah, barely.
Well, you could reach Crickets in one movement.
I mean, I'd be behind them, then I can't attack the enemy, could I?
Not with a melee, no, but you could, oh, I don't know, heal the poor monk who bravely went ahead of all of you.
No, sounds pretty derpy to me. Get it. Fine. Excuse me, don't mind me, just healing the crazy one. Ugh. And lucky you, I only get to max 3 this one, or else I can't do nothing. Here you go. And that's for shit, because the other one's a bonus. Heals everybody, and I don't need to be doing that. Okay, you got healed. Congratulations. Please don't do anything crazy between here and now. You hear me?
Between
Do all
here
the
and
crazy things.
now, okay. If you're finished, pass your turn to the next round.
Already on it. It's definitely gonna be
Silver
something
will do the bite.
You hit.
Finally. Let's take this bastard down.
Oh no, strength save? My apologies. He's immune to being tripped.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
As Silver attempts to wrest him to the ground, as is the way of his kind, he notices that the elemental is not actually standing on said ground. It is in fact hovering there, rather ominously.
I'm going to switch to my rapier and dagger.
Okay, do recall that you can only draw one weapon as part of a move action.
I know. Oh, part of a move action. Whoops. There we go.
No, meaning as you're moving, you can draw one weapon. So
Oh, okay.
you can get up one of them, but not both this round.
I'll draw my rapier since that's the one I use more often. End of turn.
Oh, if you're not attacking, you can draw both.
Oh. I forgot that I couldn't attack. Yeah, I'll just draw both of them. Next turn.
No. Are you attacking him after you move within range, or are you just drawing your weapon and moving it?
Drawing my weapon.
Okay, if you're not making an attack, I will let you draw both weapons.
Both weapons drawn then.
Alright, crickets, you're on the ground. Let me replace that stand with prone, unless you're going to spend the action to get up.
Replace the stun with the what?
You are currently prone.
Oh.
Actually, no,
Then,
you're
yeah,
technically still stunned
attempt...
as well.
Okay.
Sorry, you can't act. You are stunned.
Okay.
The
I will
condition
feign death.
Very convincingly, mind. Don't even bother with a bluff check.
I pass the turn to Tayto.
Alright. Keep bow fighting.
You miss. And you miss. Your arrows clank off of his armor. The Myrmidon makes a flail attack against Nim and Silver, respectively. His armor clanks as he whirls about in his attack. That is a hit to Nimotar if you wish to trigger something.
Absolutely.
It did fail its dexterity save.
Cool. Also, I am also doing this. Jump!
Why do you get an attack?
Sentinel feat.
Aha.
When a creature makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
So noted. You hit.
I forgot about this, and, well...
I have a very important question. When he bites it, is it like biting air, or does he actually crunch something?
very complicated answer. The main and simplest answer, is that his teeth are magical and are actually tearing slightly at the fabric of the elemental's being.
I'll be back in just a second.
So I know he hit Nim, but did he actually hit Silver?
He did hit
yes.
Silver.
Ugh. Okay. Well, Nim's done.
Okay, well, Nim's turn.
Yay! I get to bite again.
Though, as you bite him, the air elemental does turn his attention to you.
I am okay with this. I will cast Divine Favor as a bonus action. And now I bite again. Num 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 num.
You hit.
Num. And extra attack. Num.
Okay, roll to clear the crit, and then draw yourself a card.
Aw, that is nice. Oh wait, this would be piercing. Find an opening, maximum damage, and you have advantage on your next attack against the target.
Well, good for you.
Well, at least I get max damage.
You rolled max damage anyway.
No,
Unless that was a modifier. I see. That's what you did. Okay, it is damaged.
And that is it.
Zoxy Thishar huddles down, covering his ears. Azeroth.
Yay. I don't know, does Krieger think he's going to get attacked again in the next 2 seconds? Because I can't get any closer to do any healing damage at the same time.
Your weapon does have the thrown property.
Fair. Not fair. Keep forgetting that I can throw this hammer because I'm so used to just flailing it. Okay, then. Ugh. You can't really spare much more healings. You may want to drink a potion next turn, dude. Okay, then. I'm gonna go for the throw.
Could we get a fumble card?
Oh, man.
And it's ranged.
Yep, ranged, bludgeoning magic.
Off target. You deal half damage for 1d4 plus 1 rounds.
Half damage for 1 round.
1d4 plus 1.
2 rounds, you'll be dealing half damage.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I can throw it again. Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
I don't think you can throw it twice in one.
It
Yeah,
has
I
the
can.
returning property.
Well, yeah, but doesn't that
ahead
take a
and-
bonus action?
No. I'm naturally proficient with hammers, though.
Well, does take you a bonus action to make the second attack, but it returns automatically to his hand.
Oh, okay.
And
It's in
I
the
roll,
description of the weapon.
and I rolled a natural 20 for my second, so do I get a crit?
Clear it.
No. Okay.
No. What?
No
A
crit?
roll to clear the crit, and you get a crit card.
Oh. There you go.
Alright, okay, this is the right card. And that is bludgeoning. Battered shoulder, maximum damage, and roll the damage dice again.
So, do I get a 4?
I guess because you're also only doing half. Let's see, can you? Oh, you can. So in the upper right, you see the plus/minus sign.
Yeah.
Click that and then check both max and half.
Sweet.
And then you roll the damage onto him.
It'll automatically set it up. Okay. Oop. Oh shit. Oh well, whatever.
No, it automatically did half of that.
Okay, cool.
And now recheck the half, and then you get to roll your damage dice again.
Sweet.
Don't roll it on him, just the dice.
Nope. Sorry.
I'll take 7 off of his damage.
Okay.
Or rather, the 7 halved.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Alright. That is your turn. Advance to the new initiative round.
Alright. Technically, though, if you do go down, I can poke you and you'll be fine. Joy's cleric.
Chomp.
Miss.
Oh. Silver will whimper and look pitifully at the sky, knowing that someone up there isn't taking pity on him.
I will state, for the record, I am not a dog person. I'm a cat person. I am diametrically opposed to dogs, so not a scrap of pity, you bloody mutt.
Wrecked.
We're rolling so low today.
You're not the only one, but that was definitely a miss.
Damn.
You did have a dagger attack, last I checked.
Oh, right.
Alright.
I mean, if you don't want to take it, you don't have to.
No, I do.
I will spend my move action getting back up to my feet. And will I be able to get my attacks this round after that?
As far as I'm aware.
Very well. I shall attempt to achieve retribution from the grave wound that was dealt to me.
You hit.
Ha!
You hit. And you miss. Still 2 solid blows against the Myrmidon.
Alright, I'm going to focus my ire on this beast, this Myrmidon, with Slayer's Prey and Longbow it.
Do so. You hit.
Yay. Oh, I forgot to roll my 1d6.
Okay, I will apply it.
Thank you.
The Myrmidon turns towards Nim. And its flail is crackling with electricity once more. It hits. And give me one moment, because it's not being nice.
Can it please be nice?
No, because it deals an extra 30 points of electric damage. Words to you.
Oh.
And I will need another Constitution save because it wouldn't trigger automatically. But while you're doing that, I actually need another Constitution save. You are stunned until the end of its next turn. And I believe you just lost your spell. Its second attack is not charged with electricity, but does hit. Your turn. Succeed on your death saving throw. Zuxi Thishar cringes down further into a little ball of quivering black fluff. Azeroth.
Okay, I just got back. Sorry. Had to run upstairs to help my sister with something.
It's okay, your companions are just dying left and right while you're gone.
So Nim needs to be revived. Correct?
It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. I'll have to pull it behind him. Okay, well, I give you the... actually, fuck. Darn, I could poke you, or I could heal you, correct? Healing revives somebody, right? God, it's been forever since I've had to raise somebody, now that I think about it.
Basically, yes. Any magical healing will revive them.
I could just stabilize them, but that'd be bad. You, unfortunately, don't get much out of this, though, so just keep that in mind, please. I'm kind of at death's door here. Titus, I will let you outside. Sorry. Here you go. I'm spare the heat. A level 1 poke for you, mister. And congratulations, you're still in the game.
For the time being.
Yes. Although I do recommend much rest after this, or else.
Silva, your master is down.
Well, he can't do much about that. Best option? Bite, and hope he can take it down. I Why did Silver put the effect stun on him?
Because it's Silver's turn on the tracker right now, so when I drag it over, it's him who applies it.
Why did that... That should not have been halved. I think I still had the half modifier on when I was explaining to...
No. It's partially resisted, which actually was a half of a half. So yes, you still had the halved. I will rectify.
But that's it for Silver.
And I'm going to stab it now that I've finally fixed my offhand dagger.
Okay, that is a hit with the rapier, a miss with the dagger.
Stab it with the dagger, rapier, and then stab it a few more times.
Actually, I think you still have the offhand dagger a little bit off. Don't you have the full attack bonus, but don't deal the dexterity bonus on damage?
Oh.
So
okay.
That was actually a 15 to hit, but it still missed.
Okay.
Crickets. Nim is getting back to his feet slowly. The Myrmidon, after Elysian stabs it through the brisket with his rapier, finally shakes, shudders, and disperses in an explosive burst of wind as the pieces of armor clatter to the ground, brittly breaking into coarse chunks.
Did it actually damage us, or?
Well, if anybody had skirts, it might have blown them up a bit, but I don't think any of you had skirts.
But Nim's getting back up on his own power.
Well, on Azeroth's power, but yes.
Okay. If he's getting back up, there's not much I can do to help him because I am pretty damaged. So, Crickets will actually go back to a sitting position.
As the Myrmidon dissipates, by the way, the blue light from the room fades. And you are slowly falling back into darkness.
Technically, for me, that's not a problem.
So I'm just commenting for everybody else.
But I will drink down a healing potion, which I don't know how to apply the healing on it. Do I just drag the shield onto my character for the healing potion?
Just a moment, let me look at it. It doesn't have the auto link in the description, so you'll just need to roll 2d4, add 2, and then apply it to your health manually. Let's go ahead and give yourself 7 hit points.
Can we use this as, I don't know, a stopping point?
Well, I mean, it's bloody, smells bad, and you have no idea what else is around.
No, I mean to stop the game itself.
It's up to everyone. We technically have an hour and a half before our standard time. Would you like a buy?
Yeah.
Why do you need to stop it?
Because I don't feel well.
If everybody else is good to keep going, then I think you can just drop out early and we'll keep going.
I also be consent due to babysitting Zoxy. But no, we do have quite a bit to get done before things grow too hectic for me, so I'm going to say press on without you. Sorry. Go ahead and drop out if you feel the need, and I promise not to kill your character unless there's a TPK.
Okay.
Or, they do something stupid that gets you into trouble.
That's fine. Thank you. Good night.
Take care. Get some rest.
Take care.
Bye. Feel better.
Yeah.
Later.
Thanks for understanding.
Alright, so Nim is going to drag the T-posing Tayto back to the ziggurat and sacrifice him.
I heard that.
No, you didn't.
I heard everything.
You lie.
Yeah.
Good night. Alright, so we are now in darkness. Guys, how about we take a long rest?
Well, to clarify, the natural lighting in the room has gone dark. Any torches you carried into it with you remain lit.
Nim really needs to pick up the light cantrip.
I have it. I can poke things and make them bright.
Well,
You
then
can
do
poke
it.
one thing and make it bright.
Yes. It doesn't matter what the one thing is. It'll be bright enough for this room if you need it for this room specifically.
Give me a shiny nose.
I don't think you want that, given the next room that we have to go through. I mean, it's possible. Oh wait, no, is it? Definition. I'm curious. Yes. Yeah. As long as it's no larger than 10 feet in dimension. I technically could make your nose bright.
Do it.
Not doing it. I'm smart enough to know not to.
Well, the room is yours for the present. Do with it as you will.
I'll do what I did last time. I'll light my hammer, and it's big enough to keep it from well lit, at least. Unless you can find a stalactite or a stalagmite.
It's not big enough to light the entire room. It's big enough to light 20 or 30 feet around you.
Hey, that's enough.
It's enough to search the room a bit at a time, yes. But even those of you with low light vision will not see to the edges of the room from one end to the other or from the middle to either end.
I can always set the room on fire.
With what tinder?
With my fire spell. No.
If we set the room on fire, we might start the fire in your heart.
It's not actually a light object.
Oh, I know.
Particularly combustible, like, the paper walls of a Japanese living room.
We're doing a we're doing long rest. Nib will take
in the
first
middle
watch.
of a room full of rotting corpses.
We could always try to sneak to the north and get back to one of the rooms that we were in formerly.
Yeah, we'll go back. And then long rest.
Okay, to where are you returning?
Supposedly to the rooms to the north.
Like
our rooms to the north.
See, the problem is the room to the north contains that really weird thing. I'm going to go check out this passageway.
No. We've already been through this. The southern rooms are the ones that feel like they are something in it. The northern rooms are clear. In other words, the two north of the statue or whatever this thing, the pitch black room. So, Bill, we have to pass by with.
The tentacle thing that if it spots us, we've got to fight it and kill it.
Don't say we have to fight it per se. We can always run and barricade the doors. Or there is one. But, I doubt the thing will follow us into the well-lit areas because it would have been there by now. My assumption is that.
You do realize it's a statue, right?
See, and it's a statue. As long as it doesn't catch us.
Does it smell bad in this room?
It smells dusty and strange.
I say we make our way north using Cricket to at least go north for us.
Okay. Nim is going to use his divine sense to see if there's anything bad coming from the statue.
Off note, nobody said anything about removing the light spell when you went to this room.
Wait, who casted light? Because I didn't cast it on anything yet.
Okay, did you not give him a sparkly nose?
No, I did not give him a sparkly nose.
No, you said you put it on your hammer.
Okay, what to say?
You have a glowing hammer, and
I didn't cast it on my hammer. I said I could cast it on my hammer. I never said I did.
Okay, it's all back up. How are you proceeding, and to where are you proceeding?
That's what we were last debating. We're going to the rooms in the north, supposedly, because their areas were covered, correct?
That's going to be a lot of travel time.
I mean, we're not... Supposedly, Cricket told us beforehand that there were rooms to the north that we had probably been to because they connect. So I'm assuming that if we go back to one of the rooms in the north, we can at least... we don't
Cricket,
have to go too
are you
far.
there?
Yes, I am here. Sorry, I have some other things IRL going on right now that are keeping me a little distracted.
Anyways, well, last Cricket said there are rooms to the north that look like they connect.
I would remind everybody as we start traveling north that we want to keep this room in the dark.
Yes. Again, I didn't give anyone a shiny nose or bring a torch in here. I don't know who did.
And if we're going to the north, I would probably try to lead everybody to the room to the northeast,
Okay.
which I believe
Going
goes
along
somewhere.
that passage.
Yeah.
It extends for about half a mile before returning to the room that Maul and Cog are playing tic-tac-toe in.
Safe from at least.
Well, great. Let's go sleep in there. Any objections?
No.
Nope.
All right, we're sleeping in here.
For some reason it won't let me remove the fog of war. What the hell?
Are you in masking mode?
I am. Has a symbol and everything. Doesn't like me anymore. Huh. Well, that is pretty much just a corridor. Tayto, you're our hunter. Give us a quick perception or a survival check.
Hmm?
Tayto's not here.
No,
Yeah,
he's not.
Elysian and Cricket, since I assume you're scouting ahead into the lit areas, you may give me perception instead.
Perception. I can see things and hope I don't suffer the curse of my tech priest character, who failed every. Okay, quick side story. If I ever say
Don't
I
need
krelled
that.
up.
Okay. I did roll for Tayto because it would be something he would do, but
Fine.
Cricket, you in particular notice that there are some new footprints in the dust in this room. Looks as though some creatures have been traveling through here.
Creatures or people?
None of you really know. You just see
Investigate the
disturbances in
tracks.
the dust.
All right, so
Okay,
yeah,
go
I'll
ahead,
point
roll
him
it.
out. I'll point him out and then see if I can lock the doors.
Elysian, they might have been humanoid, but some of them are too large. And the doors in this room don't all close. Some of them have been broken.
Well, I
As a
definitely
roll,
think if we
you
stay
may
here,
click
we'll need
side
set up
check.
watches.
What we
Good.
should do is push those barrel things and crates in front of the doors, so that way if anybody tries to get in, they'd have to push them out the way and alert us.
The barrels and crates are all old, splintered, and dry rotted. They didn't actually hold anything. In fact, it looks like they might have been mulched up a bit in some places to make bedding for whichever of the two did not sleep on that larger pallet.
What were you saying to me though? Said as
Give me an insight check, if you would.
Okay. At the top. God damn it! I buried the tower. Okay, let me just close this. Fuck it. This insight. Boop.
Oh, wow, that'll get you it. You feel a not really a tugging sensation, but something from your hammer directing its attention to the east. It is resonating with something over there.
Dot dot dot. I guess I'll hold my hammer out and let it lead the way.
You see the lovely runes on the side spelling out Hendrel Foebreaker.
So you mean the room that the guy was buried in? I'm sorry, the first room?
The first room you came down in, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay then. Hey guys, I think my hammer wants me to do something. So I'm gonna follow it. Anyone wanna join me?
I'll come with.
Okie dokie.
Nim is already asleep.
I'm going this way. So it wants me to go all the way back here.
As you enter the burial chamber of Hendril Fillbreaker, the hammer seems to warm slightly in your grasp, and a sense of peace washes over you. It almost feels as though perhaps something has been laid to rest, some lingering regret or wish.
Okay, I think
You're
I know.
also once more under the effects of the hallowed spell in this area, and regain the blessing that was applied when you first prayed before the sarcophagus.
Huh. Interesting. Do I have to place the hammer on the sarcophagus?
No, just
Curious.
being that was enough. Crickets, you are also affected by the same positive energy.
You know, I think it feels quite a bit safer to rest in here. Let me tell everybody to move over here. Hey guys, come over this way. I think I found a safer place to rest. I know you're tired. It's just across the hall. Come on.
Well,
I'll go back
assuming
into
that
the
wakes
room.
up Nim, he will grudgingly go.
Begrudgingly. Oh. Drag Tayto and the cat over. There, we'll kidnap Elysian.
No! Don't kidnap the wolfo.
Okay,
Kidnap the
this
other
chamber
wolf.
is smaller than the other one, but it's also cleaner.
Cleaner.
And those who tried to sleep on Cog's bedding, I'm sorry, but you have fleas now.
Silver and them have not been. Guess I'll distract them. There we go.
If you do wish to bar the doors, this room does function as such. In fact, the bars on both doors face inward and are quite heavy.
Okay.
Anyone doing anything as you settle down for the evening? Well, you call it evening. It was probably closer to early afternoon, late morning by how much time you spent in here. Are you keeping a watch? Making dinner?
I think we need to. I think we need to set up a watch. I plan on eating rations. I don't have any extra food to eat.
I will set first watch then, I suppose. Although I don't think anything will try to come at us in this room in particular. But still better safe than sorry. We can have Tayto do second watch. Elysian, you can do third. And fourth will do. You know, everyone takes a turn. Cricket. And then, you know, Devin Silver.
I
only
agree
need 4
to this
watches.
plan.
Oh, we only need 4?
8-hour rest, assuming is the standard. 4 watches of 2 hours.
Okay. I'll take first watch then. I guess Tayto can, well, whoever doesn't have the most damage on them.
Okay, each of you who are taking a watch, in the order of the watch you are taking, please give me perception checks.
Elysian, you should take a watch. You don't have a lot. You're full health already. You probably should do first. Whatever. Perception, right? Are you going to roll for Tayto then?
I will roll for Tayto. In the order you are taking watch, please give me perceptions.
Me,
So
Elysian.
Azeroth, I think you were
Tayto.
first. Tayto will go second.
I'll take last.
Perception. Keep wanting to roll persuasion for some reason. Anyways. Boop.
I mean, if you talk well enough, maybe anyone sneaking up on you will just go away.
Oh, God.
So in other words, you gotta be Brum.
Ah! I'm sorry. I
and
accidentally
annoy
rolled
the
2
heck
dice.
out of them.
It's okay. I'll take the first roll as your total. But I need one from Elysian.
I would ask the cat to do it, but I don't think he'd be much good.
The cat actually fell asleep on the way here. Elysian, are you going to give me a perception for watch?
Yes.
I mean, technically you don't have to. You can just doze off on your watch.
No. Lysian's
Okay.
rated ruined
Azeroth,
people.
as you begin your watch, you find your eyes drawn inexorably to the hammer that you now possess. This shining, beautiful piece of work. And before you know it, your watch is over and Tayto is nudging you to go to sleep.
Okay. Pass.
Tayto wakes up Elysian, and during your watch, Elysian, your ears perk up as a noise just at the edge of even your keen hearing attracts your attention. You listen for a short time and it is repeated, and you realize it is growing closer. It is a sharp, booming thud, slow but repetitive, growing both louder and closer by your perception. You are certain it is coming from the northern, or the stairway to the north of the room.
Goes to nudge Azeroth.
As it draws nearer, you discern it to be footsteps, gigantic, booming footsteps coming down the stairs in a slow, steady tread.
Azeroth, I think we're going to be in trouble. Wake up. He'd proceed to go and wake everybody up.
Cry. Okay.
Okay, anyone taking any special preparations as the footsteps near?
I'm
I
hiding
guess.
behind the casket.
Anyways, I'm guessing I'm gonna take my hammer out if we're gonna be fighting.
Is it which door is it?
That's
Sorry.
North door.
north door.
North door, the one you originally came down. You know, the one below where you murdered that necromancer on his birthday.
Anyways, forgetting about him.
I will prep
He
for a
deserved
surprise
it.
attack.
Not so good at surprise attacks, but sure, we'll be ready for it.
Nim, are you waking up or remaining asleep?
Nim will wake up
Did we even recover
again,
anything?
grudgingly.
Eventually, the footsteps finish their traversion, stopping right outside the door. There was a long pause, and then a booming knock.
Nim will go and try to open the door.
Okay, anyone going to stop him?
No.
Nope.
Okay, Nim, you reach up with a little doggy paws and unbar the door with the top of your head. It swings outward, revealing a gigantic, steel-colored golem. Stop turning and big.
Sorry, why are you cut out there?
Muttering to myself, a large metallic golem staring down at you. User identified Otar Nim Bonchomp. Standing.
I
Good.
think the words
Credit.
that you're
Excellent.
I think the words you're looking for are trick or treat.
Does Halloween exist in D&D?
Not traditionally speaking, no. The golem moves to duck through the doorway, and it is taller than even this massive entrance. Assuming nobody gets in its way, it walks to the far corner of the room and turns to face you all.
Nim will warily watch it move.
Hi.
Once it has situated itself in the corner, it begins to hunker down, and as it does, bits of it move and clank and unfold and turn in on themselves until it has changed shape entirely. It resembles now nothing so much as a large boxy plinth with a slightly tilted surface near the front. A section draws back to reveal a black, glassy surface and some sort of object moves forward beneath it, seemingly made up of smaller squares stacked atop a flat rectangle.
I mean, this isn't the weirdest thing that's ever happened to us, but I'm pretty sure it's up there.
The screen lights up suddenly. Yes, it is a screen, displaying a logo-wized phrase. Welcome to Greaves' portable adventuresome dispensation kiosk. Welcome, new user. Please input name.
Oh my god. Of course it is.
There is a cartoony-looking figure of the peddler named Greaves, waving cheerily from beneath the words.
Can we just close the door?
Oh!
Now I'm getting visions of Fallout's little.
I'll type my name in.
Okay, it is an input device. You can recognize the characters that make up the common tongue. If you chicken peck your name, the screen will flash, and then the same mechanical voice will issue false. User identified. Sing at night. Crickets. Status good. Credit good. Accepted.
I guess we should take our turns putting our names in, huh?
So does it have like a list of items or anything like that, or?
If you browse around the screen, it will list every common item in the Adventurer's Handbook, and something about flash sales for rarer goods. But before it goes to that screen, a scrolling line of text flashes by, almost too fast for you to catch, but you see a few key terms. Certain terms and conditions may apply. Transportation fee to equal 10% of total purchase, no less than 1 silver, no more than 100 gold. Minimum purchase price, 1 gold.
All right.
In essence, this will act as a market kiosk at which you can purchase mundane items and have a chance of finding anything rarer from Greaves' personal stock.
So what are the flash sales?
Flash sales. Okay.
The flash sales are listed as currently inactive, but a very brightly flashing banner at the top says to come back later and check them out.
Oh boy.
So does he have any? Is there any potions listed for sale? Any like healing potions?
Almost as though reading your mind, the list immediately scrolls down to potions. Every common potion is listed here, including both standard and greater healing potions.
I would be weary.
How much do they cost?
Well, it's Greaves, of course you should. The price is the standard listing value, but again, there is the note for transportation fee of 10% of the total purchase.
It's okay. I'll pull the 10% discount paper I have stored in my pouch.
A slot opens up to the side of the screen to accept your coupon.
Yeah, there we go. Doop.
That's a nice.
Yep, it's redeemed. I've taken it off of my inventory. I've been
The
holding on to
discount
that one for a
applies,
while.
with a small note beneath it, valid for one purchase only.
What?
Nim will sniff at this strange and foreign contraption.
Do you all take turns putting your names in, as was recommended?
Yeah, might as well. We don't play by his
Stated
rules.
by crickets. Each of you puts your name in with much the same statement. Status, good. Credit, good. Until it comes to Tayto. Proudhoof, Tayto, Russet. Status, or standing, good. Credit, terrible. Loan, refused. Cash purchase only.
Wait, whose name was that for?
Tayto. Remember,
God.
he has that debt hanging over his head.
God, that's right. The leg.
Yeah, technically 10% of all of his income's supposed to.
I
all of
have
his
actually
loot.
been tracking that.
Oh, cool.
Right, so you said potion of healing and greater potion of healing,
Are both available? Yes.
and a max single purchase of 200, right?
No. There is a fee for the instant delivery. That is 10% of the total purchase, minimum 1 silver, maximum 100 gold. The minimum purchase amount allowed is 1 gold.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing the greater potion of healing.
I might have had the name wrong.
It's not in the player's
And
handbook.
basically, you can buy anything listed in the main book other than magical items.
Okay, so I've still got plenty of that. So I've got the 10% fee is eliminated. So I'll go ahead and
For the
buy.
next purchase, yes.
I'll buy 5 potions of healing.
A potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4 hit points. And of course, it doesn't list a price because this is 5th edition. But I want to say it will be about 150 gold. Does that sound right? I should look it up in the book.
So the regular potion of healing is 50. If it's 40 for it, basically doubles the healing effect.
It might be 300, but I wouldn't go to 500.
I'd say 150 sounds good.
But I'll just go with the regular potion of healing that's listed at 50 gold. It'll be a better spend to get 5 of those than to get two of the regulars. Because if those are 150 each, like I said, the regular potion of healing is 50. The other one, the greater, only doubles the healing. So, like I said, I'll just go ahead and get I'll go for 5 potions of healing. If it's at book price. Now, if it's a different price, I might change my mind.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't actually list a price. So, being 5e, it just says it's an uncommon magical item. Consensus seems to be 100 gold for it. I would be willing to entertain that as well.
Okay. Right,
They're
so
a
if it's
rare
100 gold,
item, which is why it's not actually listed.
I know.
Okay.
I just dislike that.
Oh, if it's double the regular healing potion, I'll just order 3 of those.
So 3 greater healing for 100 gold each.
Yeah, place my order. Boop.
Okay, I will drag them onto your inventory sheet if you don't have ones to just increase the number of. Anyone else wish to avail themselves?
I'll take a look.
If you have not already done so, please reduce your gold by the appropriate amount. Otherwise, you are set.
Nim will grab some
I'll-
potions. While Elysian's figuring that out.
Typing my name in.
Me. Oh yeah, most of his money is over there. Alright, so... he will pick up 3 potions of healing and give them to somebody else to carry for him because he can't.
Okay, it's up to you to decide whom you trust.
He will give them to crickets.
Alrighty. How many was that again? And what was it?
3 potions, or regular healing. Since most of his money is not actually with him. And I've subtracted the money as well as the 10% fee for delivery.
Alright, so I gave myself 3 of Zim's potions of healing.
Okay, there are no more caresses for the wrong button. Rest of the evening, you get a full rest.
What? I didn't get to go at it though.
I'm just saying, while you figure out the rest of that, the golem's not going anywhere. It is, in fact, now rooted to the floor.
Oh my goodness. Floor.
Elysian goes to type in his name.
Same thing. He is identified, and your credit and standing are both good.
Good. Are there any other common healing items other than potions? Because I don't actually know if there is.
I don't know if there's a wand of healing or not. Let me look it up.
Can any of us use the wand?
Wands are quite a bit different in 5th edition. You usually attune to them, and that is how they function. So you can't have as many, but they don't run out as easily and don't require use magic device checks.
Okay. Let's see now. How many things am I currently attuned to?
But no, I am not seeing any sort of healing wand.
Oh. Damn.
I mean, you can always make it.
I could if I wanted to. But then I wouldn't kill as many of you.
Tut, tut, tut.
There is a staff of healing.
You can't use that.
I could. Wait, can't I?
Could you?
It requires attunement by a bard, cleric, or a druid.
Yep.
So he could.
And what does it do?
It contains 10 charges, You can expend one or more to cast various spells, ranging from Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, and Mass Cure Wounds.
How much is it?
Not available. It's a magic item.
Oh.
It may or may not appear in one of the flash sales later.
I was talking about common items I could buy right now.
No.
Damn.
I gotta buy a scroll of healing, but it wouldn't do anything better than a potion, and it would require you to be able to cast a spell.
I don't need stock up on arrows because of my 20 unbreakable arrows now, so. Let's see. Do I have a better... Does he have any better, available?
You cut off before you said what you're asking.
Armor?
Only the standard issue. So, leather, studded leather.
Because, how much is the studded leather?
Standard listed price, so...
Oh, let me go look it up. Armor, leather, studded leather. Oh, that's not bad. Does he accept trades and or selling?
He does, in fact, accept selling of items, but there is the same 10% reduction in market price due to the need to transport.
Fair enough. By me, I'd like to get one studded armor, leather armor, and sell my current worse leather armor.
You won't get much for that, but you can try.
Something is better than nothing, especially down here, and especially when I'll probably start needing it soon. And it is an upgrade to my current armor, so...
Should be a +1, yes.
So that's, Oops. Did my math wrong?
Well, you'll get about 4 gold with a reduction for the leather armor. And the studded leather will cost you 49 gold. So total cost will be 45 gold.
45 gold, okay. Fair enough. I will do that. Are you going to remove leather armor or should I?
Go ahead.
Okay. Just make sure my armor class reduced accordingly. Armor 0. Oculus armor. Yep. Okay. Then library, player's handbook, equipment, armor. Just drag. Oop, nope. Grab that. Drag it here. Perfect.
Okay. Assuming everybody does their shopping when it is morning.
Now,
And did anybody else have anything they wanted to check on before morning came?
I'm pretty good at potions, so I definitely don't need to buy anything. But I'll still enter my name in the system now.
Well, when you wake up, the screen is flashing with a big flash sale sign, and those items are listed.
Ooh.
What they got listed?
He put it in the. He posted it.
Along with one more if this ever finishes spooling.
I forgot how to open up books. I'm such a nerd. Not notes. Library. Lodge. And I'm sorry, which guide was it that we were pulling from?
Well, you just kind of have to have all of them, or whichever one is listed in the item name.
No, I mean, we have the D&D books on the thing. I just didn't remember which book it was.
DMG means Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can we get going?
Whatever you wish.
Let's see now.
Anybody has any question on the price, they just need to click on the link. Well,
Let's
and
see.
by that I mean tell me which one they're interested in.
Alrighty, I have the book open.
Alright, Nim is going to... Well, let's see. I don't really have a... You know what does the machine have for meat?
Oh god.
Pretty much just trail rations, honestly. Dried jerky and such. Sorry, he has not yet added a fine cuisine section. Would you like to put in a recommendation for it in the comments?
Yes.
Oh god.
Okay. The kiosk accepts your input.
Okay. In that case, he will just chew on his Elysian plush.
Hey!
Hmm.
Don't chew on me.
Chew, chew, chew.
Chew on Tayto.
So how much
Nope.
exactly would this bag of holding be?
Damn you.
It is a rare item. So let me make a quick check here. $2,600 gold pieces.
Let's see. 2,600 gold piece. Given that. Yeah, I can mention that. Let me stop. I actually have a lot. Although 2,600 gold pieces, how much?
Well, each platinum piece is 10 gold. Each silver
Oh.
piece is 1/10 of a gold.
Well, yeah. I was going to ask about the platinum pieces. Yeah, I don't think.
So, question.
Mhm.
I can unattune things, right?
Yes, it takes an hour to unattune from an item and an hour to attune to something new.
Because I want to unattune from the beep beep blanket and the ring of branches, since I really don't use those anymore.
Neither of them required attunement in the first place.
I was gonna
It says
ask,
they
I don't remember
did.
them listing. It might mean they're attuned to the wearer, which was a poor choice of wording for 5th edition.
It says rarity nearly unique requires attune. That's why I did. Oh, okay.
You
In any
cannot
case, you
give them
can,
to somebody
decide.
else.
Oh no, I was just unattuning them so I can free up two slots. So, do those require attunement, or can I use them whenever?
Up to Zim, they're his items.
No. You can use them whenever.
Okay. Okay, then I don't need to do that. Brings the total amount of items I'm tuned to 1. I'm doing nothing else and we can continue.
Okay, anyone else want to examine anything in the shop, or shall we continue? We have 45 minutes before we
Oh.
need to stop.
Whoops. Oh, I did it again. Oopsie. Oh yeah, that's right, the shop, the entire reason why I was going to. I wanted to ask what the the mantle of spell resistance and the ring of mind shielding do exactly.
Well, the ring of mind shitting makes you just constantly spew crap out of your mouth. It's
I had
really
a
disgusting.
teacher who once called it diarrhea of the mouth, but yes.
Yeah, that too.
The Mantle of Spell Resistance gives you advantage on saving throws you make against spells while wearing it. And it does require attunement.
Let's see. I mean, there's a bag of holding, but I like the bag of coaling too. Wait, do I need to the bag?
And the Ring of Mind Shielding makes you immune to having your mind read by magical effects. Oh, you can become invisible as an action.
With which one?
Oh no, the ring can become invisible. Sorry.
Oh.
If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife as long as your soul is in the ring. You can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it, and a wearer cannot prevent this telepathic communication. Wow, that is new.
Oh yeah, it is. Let's see now. So I. Ooh. Think I'd like to get the ring.
I do recall he has flash sales frequently, so.
That is true. Seems like a useful item. That's why. Wait.
Well.
If they can't read my mind, they can't sense I'm there too, right?
Not necessarily. They can't read your thoughts. And is listed for 250 gold pieces.
Oh.
What, you thought any of this crap would be cheap?
Oh no, not at all. I was expecting slightly cheaper, more like 230, but...
Oh, keep in mind, that's the base price. It doesn't count the transportation fee.
Wait, then what's these damage modifiers on them?
What are you talking about?
In the chat log, we have uncommon DMG.
That's the rarity. And that's Dungeon Master's Guide. It's listed in the book. I copied and pasted them from a random generator. Also, it was useful to tell me where they were, but...
I mean, having advantage on spell checks would be nice, too.
That said, I did finally find the generator I meant to use and lost earlier, so next time I'll have a more complete list.
Good.
So, if you wish to buy the ring, it is available. With transportation fee, it will cost you 275 gold.
275. What about the Eye of Minute Scene?
The Eyes of Minute Scene?
Oh, Minute Scene, yeah.
I'll They're somewhat specific items. If you're not aware of what they do, they basically are magical magnifying glasses or jeweler's lenses. They give you a bonus on anything you need to examine that is no more than 1 foot away. They are listed for 140 gold pieces.
And with the 10%, their price comes up to.
10% more, so 158.
And does this bonus apply to investigation or perception?
Any intelligence investigation check relying on sight that you make while searching or studying an object within 1 foot.
I am getting that.
Okay, deduct 154 gold pieces from your inventory, and I will drag them over.
That is definitely one that will be useful when I'm investigating.
Keep in
traps.
mind, if you attempt to investigate something while moving, it will take you a very long time. If you're trying to use it to search for traps, you'll need to move at about 5 feet around. Still on
I mean, even for me as a rogue and figuring out the value of various treasures or stuff, I'm sure it'll be useful in one way or another.
Okay, well, you insert your coinage into the slots appropriately sized. There is a chugging, clinking sound, a zapping noise, a momentary pause, and then another zapping noise as the tray at the bottom of the kiosk pops open with a fine set of, they're kind of half glasses, half goggles. They fit over your eyes like glasses, but they have the appearance of goggles in that they have a cup that goes around the eyes.
I see.
No, actually you don't. When you put them on, it's very difficult to see anything that isn't closer than your hand in front of your face. But they are in your inventory. They have been identified.
Yay!
Assuming you have deducted your goal, you're good to go.
Yep, I'm all set.
Okay, anyone else? If not, we might have time for one more room if you move quickly, but we're also approaching the cutoff time, so I leave it open to the floor. Stop now or try to keep going, even if it means we might have to end mid-combat.
I'd say just stop now then.
Alrighty. You have managed to survive another day of adventure. Good luck.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us for Fists of Furry Dun. What? What? I guess Blue Dude doesn't actually have anything to say. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining for Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back on Sunday for sure, streaming some more video games. Probably Guild Wars 2, trying to get through this story. It's a great story, just, you know, time consuming and all that. Thank you all so much for the support, for coming on by. Do check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got Discord, Telegram channel, Twitter, all those good things. There are links to those both at the website as well as in the description of the channel or video, wherever you might be watching this.
And you can buy shirts of everybody's favorite wolves.
Yeah, so clearly just Nim.
I said
Not
wolves.
you find a nice, agreeable squirrel.
Yeah, there's the squirrel on there as well. We've got lots of merch available for all of our groups, as well as a few other things. Do check it out. They're not that expensive, especially compared to some other people that I've seen. They are very high quality shirts. I haven't been able to wear one personally, but everybody that has gone and won has loved the shirts. They go up to 4XL. I'm a 5XL tall, so I can't exactly wear my own merch. But they are very comfortable shirts, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy them. Thank you so much again for the support, for coming by, hanging out, all of that stuff. For now, though, I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Bye.
Buy the Scout stuff. It's better than everyone else's.